Welcome to the story of the top 10 cleanest countries in the world in 2022. Air pollution is a global problem today. The environment is always a hot topic. The issue of protecting the clean environment is a must and has gradually become a trend of many countries. Maybe you do not know the cleanest, most ideal country to choose for yourself a place to stop when traveling. I will suggest the top 10 countries with a clean environment and a sense of environmental protection and good general hygiene in the world, and now let's explore together. First, we will learn about the Environmental Performance Index, EPI. EPI stands for Environmental Performance Index. It is used to evaluate and rank the environmental performance of countries every 2 years. EPI has a scale from 100, best environmental protection, to 0, least environmental protection, with many different criteria, such as fishing grounds, carbon emissions, forests, water quality, trees, animals. The EPI index is researched and produced by Yale University and Columbia University in collaboration with the World Economic Forum. Iceland is one of the top 10 countries with the cleanest environment in the world, with an EPI index of 62.80. With this index, when you come to this country, you will feel the source of fresh air, clean water, no smell, no toxic substances, so children and animals can swim comfortably near the factory area. Switzerland with an EPI of 65.90. The country is known for its dense forests, diverse wildlife, as well as clean water and safety. Notably, this prosperous country has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, among all developed countries. Austria is ranked 8th with 66.50 points. Austria achieves this indicator by promoting to preserve the natural conditions of its surroundings. The government has taken several important steps, including integrating environmental conservation into its economic and social goals. In Austria, living in harmony with the environment is a preferred way of life. To reduce the impact of pollutants on the environment, Austria has also tightened in areas including waste management, chemicals, and air pollution. Slovenia became the cleanest country in Eastern Europe and the 7th cleanest globally. With recycling and zero waste, the hills and green grasslands in Slovenia have been created. The air is so fresh and clean that it's hard for anyone to realize they're standing in a place where there's recyclable waste. To date, 80% of the waste has not been buried underground in this country. This tiny European country ranks 6th in the world with 72.30. Despite rapid GDP and population growth, Luxembourg has made great progress in protecting the environment. Luxembourg is actively modernizing its public transport system to ease traffic. Furthermore, Luxembourg has increased its reliance on renewables over the previous 5 years, doubling solar and tripling wind power. Sweden is in 5th place with 72.70 points. The amount of CO2 emitted into the air in this country has decreased by 35% in the past 30 years. Sweden was the first country to collect a CO2 emissions tax and is currently the country that charges the highest. Combined with the transition from petrol vehicles to electric and biofuel vehicles, Sweden aims to reduce CO2 emissions from traffic by 70% in 20 years 2010 to 2030, and most electricity in this country is produced from nuclear power, water, and wind. The Maltese government's intensified efforts in taking care of the environment in recent years have paid off, coming in 4th place in the ranking of the cleanest countries with an EPI of 75.20. Malta is known for its high and clean air quality index. Although there are no forests or rivers on its 7 islands, Malta also does a good job in controlling the rate of acidification, mitigating pollutants that cause climate change, and providing clean drinking water to its people. Finland is the cleanest country in the world in 2016 and currently ranks 3rd, with 77.70 points. The country's air, forests, and water are all much cleaner than the world average. More than 70% of Finland's territory is forested, 80% of lakes and more than half of rivers meet clean to very clean standards. By 2020, the country will produce 1.5 times more energy and reduce carbon emissions by 30%. Across Finland, there are a number of paths dedicated to people running, walking and cycling. The UK, the land of fog, is considered the second cleanest country in the world. Along with Denmark, the UK is among just a handful of countries on track to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. Britain's high position on the list mainly reflects the steps already taken in the last decade to replace coal-fired power plants with natural gas and renewables. It is known that the UK government will take tougher action on climate policy in the coming years. With an EPI of 77.90, Denmark is at the top of the list on climate change, with a score of 100 for the CO2 category, which reduces by more than 7.59% per year. The concentration of CO2 in the air in Denmark has halved after peaking in 1996. In 2019, 47% of electricity production in the country came from wind energy, with a target of triple capacity by 2030. The capital, Copenhagen, is a leading city with a cycling culture that has grown to the point where there are 5 times more bicycles than cars. Denmark is aiming to reduce emissions by 70% by 2030 and be completely carbon neutral by 2050. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below, and if you find it interesting, give yourself a like and subscribe to the channel. Hello and see you again.